So this is a redo because, well, A, I don't edit these videos, and B, I first tried in the coffee shop I was sitting at, and the noise quality was just too bad. Hold on a second, my cat wants to go in. And the fact that he just went inside means that probably in about 2 minutes he's gonna want to come back outside. Okay, so hopefully this will work. Hopefully I won't have to redo it. I just wanted to give you the message that you don't have to have the birth time to do a chart reading. Now, of course, you want the birth time, you prefer the birth time, I do too, and I'm speaking forcefully so that the sound is good. I love the houses just like you do. I love knowing the rising sign. I love knowing the houses, but don't let that stop you. Don't let that intimidate you. Good astrologers don't need it. Now, my teacher, the teacher that I learned with years ago, we used birth times. That's how he created a chart. But years later, when I got a reading from him, he didn't use them anymore. He just didn't trust enough, or that there could be too many errors, mistakes, whatever. He just disregarded it. In fact, I don't even remember what he said was the reason why besides that. So he just had an ephemeris, and he looked up, for the birthday, where the planets were to get the aspects. And I agree with him. I mean, I still prefer birth time, get the rising, get the houses, absolutely. I love the layers. The houses, I think, were the first thing I really fell in love with in astrology. But don't become dependent on them. And this is also an argument for being more fluid with your house system. I remember years ago, doing a reading for someone, and she wanted equal, and I had to redo it because I did it in the wrong house system, which is fine. I mean, she's paying for the reading. Sometimes I remember to ask people what house system they want. She was insistent, it was my mistake. The point is, I don't mind. I'll use whatever house system you want. And I have gone back and forth with different ones over the years. Some people's charts change a lot. And some people's don't. Mine doesn't change all that much when I flip house systems. Just a few things. Excuse me. So I want to encourage you, good astrologers listening to this, astrology lovers, good astrologers, to flow and to be fluid. Not that you don't know the rules or, it really is Mercury retrograde, because here I am back on YouTube, finally on Patreon, making videos, and it's like one thing or another. Like now my throat is all froggy. But I'm gonna keep going. Even though I keep going, I'm gonna finish this video no matter what. Okay. So I want you to be fluid. I want you to look at your chart in other house systems. I want you to consider that maybe that moon that you believe so much is in your first, maybe it's in your second, or maybe it's in your 12th. These are kind of unmistakable. Just to use that example, moon in 12th versus first versus second, I don't even care what the aspects are for the moment. I don't even care what the aspects are. I don't care what the sign is. So then you're going to say, yeah, Lisa, you're talking about the houses, but then here you're talking about how we don't need them. The overarching point here is a kind of flow and fluidity and flexibility in your astrology. And that's what makes a good astrologer, to be able to kind of roll with it. If someone says, oh, I don't have my birth time, can you still read for me? Yeah. Without even needing to rectify a chart, which you can learn how to do if you want. Hold on, now the cat wants to come out. Come on. So we're talking about a few different things here, but the general point is being flexible. And that good astrologers don't need a birth time. Month, you know, I mean, you can even, there's things you can know without the date because some planets move so slowly, obviously. But forgetting about that for a moment, let's say you have month, date, year. There's so much you know, and you should be able to read a chart and read a person. And now the phone is jumping around because my cat is here, so. Welcome to real life. Welcome to real life. What else did I want to tell you? To not be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of no birth time. Now, this was brought home to me. The reason that I wanted to make this video was because this morning I realized that a client I'm talking to tomorrow had given me a different birth time, and it changed her rising sign. And I thought, oh no, I can't prepare for her. I have to wait. And then I realized, no, of course I can prepare for her. There's a ton. I mean, I wasn't going to look at transits yet anyway, because she bought a bunch of time. She bought a bundle. So I wasn't even planning on looking at transits. But even if I were, the transits are to the planets, not to the houses, right? The transits are to the planets and the signs first, and then the houses, another piece. Okay. So, until she gets back to me, I'm thinking, well, is she Scorpio rising or is she Libra rising? I always thought she was Scorpio rising, but maybe she actually is Libra. So I still went through the chart and I still took my notes. Yes, I take notes by hand. I still took my notes, looking at the planets in the signs, the element, whether they were fixed, cardinal, or mutable, aspects, the nodes, gathering the themes without a rising sign. I mean, I look forward to hearing what she has to say, but I wasn't going to let it stop me or discourage me. And I thought to myself, good astrologers, you don't need the birth time. And that's when I made the video in the coffee shop, which was too damn loud. I posted it and then I listened and it was too damn loud. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell you today in terms of teaching. But let me mention that for $1, I'm copying a friend of mine who also has a $1 Patreon. For $1, you will get more videos. You will get to see my face. I don't really know if that's a draw. I know it's a draw for some people, but videos that are more personal. So far, I've posted 2 in the Patreon, which are tarot guidance. I did a card for the week and a card for today. There will also be writing there that is not available on my blog. So it's a way to get more. It's a way to get special stuff. It's a way to support my work. It's a true energy exchange. And that's where the raffles will be. I'm not going to put the raffles or giveaways in the newsletter anymore. They are going to be for patrons. And I'm still figuring it out. I'm still figuring out what I want to do with it. So it's bound to grow and and get more interesting and cool for us both. Okay, so I will put the links below to my website, to the Patreon, to my Facebook, and to the book, which is coming out in June. All right, guys, if you have any questions, email me, moonpluto@gmail.com, and my schedule is pretty full for this week, but I do have room next week if you want to contact me for a reading. Oh, and you know what? Actually, wait, let me wait for that truck to go by. Actually, someone wrote me today who had seen my previous video about doing shadow work, and she asked if I had any Christmas, any holiday or Christmas specials. Sorry, there's a lot of traffic. Or not that much, just loud traffic. And I don't yet, because I did a bunch of Black Friday and Cyber Monday stuff, so I don't have new holiday specials yet. But I will give you, for first time clients who find me through YouTube, who find me through these videos, $99 instead of $125. That's for an hour. And okay, enough commercials. Let's post this.